Hello everybody, it's Mimberly and welcome back to the channel. Now, in preparation for the lads quiz of the year, which is going to be on the 17th of January, I'm going to go ahead and catch up reading all these World Underneath stories because, god damn it, there are so many and I'm trying to keep up as well as taking in lore. So, without further ado, let's get on with this one, which is called Micro Universe. So, the Gaia Research Centre looms before Michael, a hulking fortress of lead grey concrete, its thick walls pierced only by rows of tiny square windows. Michael stands in front of the iris scanner and steps out. He takes in a breath of fresh air. He's spent half a year cooped up in this biological fortress cultivating cells. All the data's been uploaded? And we got a master's student this year? Nice. Michael forces himself to smile before his colleagues, grabs his backpack, and sprints to the shuttle bus as its doors are about to close. Sunlight filters through the canopy of lush trees on the university's campus. Dappled light paints the ground in emerald hues. He feels alive. Before graduation, with his thesis looming like a monster and job applications piling up, the only saving grace is art appreciation and criticism. It's a highly sought after elective course. As he walks into the classroom, phone in hand, he sees the course of evaluation system buzzing with comments. Comment, I'm wasting my time. I can't remember a word the professor said. I just zoned out while staring at his face. Comment, here's what the professor says when he starts class. Sorry, wrong classroom. A chuckle escapes Michael's lips. Comment, well, in this course, students from other faculties learn to appreciate art, while art students learn criticism. It's not about criticizing art, it's about criticizing you. Michael nods, his smile widening. Comment, the professor must be a fish monster with the way he nitpicks everything. My work was nothing according to him. Oh, is this Rafayel? Comment, I know, right? He once told me that if eating fish made you smarter, you'd need the whole ocean. Michael throws his head back and laughs. Comment, prepare to be shocked by the most elegant critique on the worst art, especially when that terrible art is mine. Comment, what's the best way to skip class? Bring a cat. But honestly, who would want to miss this? Michael grins. Every comment brings back his memories of Rafayel. As soon as I saw art appreciation, I was thinking this is probably Rafayel themed, but I didn't want to jinx it just in case. Chapter 2, Lesson 1. Michael noticed Rafayel after seeing one of his paintings online. He couldn't grasp it on a professional level, but the colours vibrated with a beauty he couldn't deny. Arriving for the first class, the room was bursting with activity. Even the stairs were packed. Rafayel stood gracefully by the podium, his voice wavering a tapestry of art appreciation and criticism. Still catching his breath as he had to run from the lab, Michael scans the room and finally found a spot. Hey, can you tell me what the third point on the slide was? Michael pulled out his laptop and nudged an engrossed classmate who appeared surprised. Seriously? You're here for art? Michael didn't know why the energy in the room was infectious. Laughter rippled through the crowd as Rafayel threw out another witty remark. The gloom Michael had brought from the lab instantly disappeared. After class, Michael walked up to Rafayel, his laptop screen open to display his half-finished notes. Excuse me, Professor, I didn't really understand your last point about appreciation and interpretation. Can you please explain it for me? The key to appreciation lies in trusting your gut, Rafayel said. He helped Michael fill in the missing lecture content and glanced thoughtfully at Michael's notes. Grab that seat next time. You'll be in the front row, center stage. Surprised, Michael followed Rafayel's gaze. He was flattered to see the spot in front of the podium being offered. In his mind, artists were enigmatic and aloof. Meanwhile, scientists were the ones who valued clarity and communication. Earlier that day, a harsh scolding for questioning an overly aggressive experiment in the lab left Michael jaded. He never expected solace to come from a seemingly sharp-tongued artist, but Michael quickly discovered that Rafayel needed his notes as a reminder. He was prone to losing his train of thought mid-lecture. Whenever Rafayel's eyes met his, Michael flipped around his laptop screen, his notes typed up in a large font for easy reading. It happens when your ideas get a little too tangled. Michael tried to explain for Rafayel, then recalled the first painting that captivated him. The unforgettable colours and abstract, I couldn't remember how to pronounce that word then, abstract patterns echoed the playful doodles he used to create in Petri dishes. Right, I'm gonna need a drink. One sec. Sorry, I should have got it before I started recording. Okay, I'm back with some good old Oasis because, you know, I'm smart and totally forgot to make a drink before we started this. So, Michael initially saw Rafayel's class as a welcome back from the lab. But the day Rafayel unveiled his own work was when the art world truly opened its doors for Michael. To give students from other faculties a deeper understanding of art appreciation and criticism, Rafayel presented one of his own creations and let the art students critique it. Oh my god, I can't English. As classmates showered the piece with praise, Michael felt a growing disconnect with them. Comments like liberating yet short separate brushstrokes, blurred edges that hide lines and let colours flow with vibrant energy, and like a rapid sea current capturing the fleeting interplay of light and shadow, flew over his head. He didn't understand a single bit. Now let's hear from students from other faculties, Rafayel announced, his gaze landing on Michael. Nervous and tense, he scrambled to look for notes from the first class. Note number 1. Appreciation and criticism, the union of sensibility and reason. Note number 2. Critique is a personal journey shaped by individual aesthetic preferences. It's an active recreation by the viewer. 3. All appreciation is interpretation. The key to appreciation lies in trusting your gut. Taking a deep breath, Michael clenched his fists and stood up. His voice trembled slightly as he spoke. Okay, I know I'm not an art major like the rest of you. My understanding of art is, well, also limited. With a deep breath, he began to explain his interpretation. Honestly, it's a bit messy to me. The room went silent. Michael nervously glances at Rafayel, only to find the professor tilting his head in encouragement. But the colours are strong. They work together, somehow. It's actually quite calming to look at and peaceful. He lowered his head, the sweat pricking his back. Biology, right? Your artistic intuition is spot on, actually. This piece was just me venting my frustration at my agent. A few angry strokes to blow off steam, you know? Oh my god. Of course Rafayel would do that! Laughter rippled through the classroom and washed away the tension. Michael was surprised that Rafayel even remembered his major. It was a small moment, but it all shattered his interpretation of art as this complicated, unattainable world. He saw a young boy once captivated by the vibrant colours of flowers and the diversity of animals. Now he was a young man trapped in a world of grey concrete buildings, peering under a microscope at a single colour called LCMECZ. I don't know what that means. Chapter 4. Absurdity and Negative Space. Rafayel's classes weren't always sunshine and rainbows. During the midterm exam, Michael got his first taste of pressure. It was a practical exam. Art students brought in their creations for the class to appreciate and critique. When the exam was announced, Michael found it intriguing, but little did he know that the intrigue was reserved for non-art students. As the comments rolled in, it became clear. Art students were getting critiqued, while students from other faculties were learning to appreciate. Despite the low-key setup of the expedition, a nervous tension hung in the air. The usually free-spirited art students became surprisingly serious. When Rafayel approached them, their fists were clenched. God, that was a bit worrying then. Michael might not understand everything on display, but certain pieces drew him in. One painting had a hazy, dreamlike quality, and Rafayel commented on it. The intended blank is good. You can keep that. Now let's think about the rest. Another was bustling with colour and exaggerated strokes. It caught Michael's eye. Rafayel made a gentle remark. Interesting, you're pioneering a new genre. Let's call it absurd abstraction. The student walked away while biting their lip. Under his breath, Rafayel added, though, enough abstraction and way too much absurdity. This side of Rafayel threw Michael for a loop. He realized that within the realm of art, Raphael can be surprisingly strict, bordering aloofness, even. Stepping out of class with the creator of Absurd Extraction piece, Michael couldn't help but comment. The professor can be tough during critiques. He doesn't even sugarcoat things. But I like your painting. The colours are cool and it's kind of cute. It's a bit out there though. The student gave Michael a long look before they broke into a fit of laughter. No wonder Raphael likes you. Michael's brow furrowed in confusion. The student explained enough extraction and too much absurdity. It's similar to the out there part you mentioned. Wait, so he wasn't criticizing you? Art critique isn't always what you expect. Raphael didn't say it was bad. Whatever he acknowledges is a win for me. So about the intended blank, does keeping it mean erasing everything else? That's the trickiest part. Using it well means your composition and concept are on point. Skills come with practice. Michael listened intently, and a bold idea for his final project blossomed in his mind. Chapter 5, Field Trip. As the semester was near its end, Raphael took his class on a field trip to a rural architectural gem, a place steeped in centuries of history. This small town boasted a treasure trove of well-preserved buildings, cloisters, courtyards, and halls tucked away within private homes. Michael always envisioned Raphael as a product of Verona's elite art world. Yet here he was, effortlessly identifying the age of a resident salted fish by scent and wielding a paper-cutting scissor to recreate building silhouettes. This down-to-earth side made Raphael seem more approachable. With free time on his hands, Michael wandered along the towering white halls, their weathered surfaces adorned with moss. He couldn't help but be reminded of Raphael's paintings. As he turned a corner, he spotted Raphael sitting alone. He was on a stone bench in a secluded courtyard. Raphael stared straight ahead. In the courtyard, vibrant peonies bloomed, and a majestic sephora tree's canopy rose over a tall wall. Clusters of sephora flowers swayed gently in the breeze, like wind chimes. Even Michael couldn't deny the picturesque scene. He must be lost in artistic contemplation. I shouldn't disturb him. Wait. Just as Michael prepared to leave, Raphael called out to him. You, take that away. Michael scanned the courtyard, searching for anything out of place. He saw Raphael's furrowed brow. Raphael pointed at the sephora tree. That thing! Get rid of it quickly. Oh no, is it a cat? Perched on the stone steps beside the tree was a chubby orange cat. How did I know? Easily 9 kilograms, meticulously grooming itself. It occasionally cast a disdainful glance at the two men. Suspicious, Michael eyed the fat orange cat. But to his surprise, the cat rolled onto his back in an obvious display of trust. As Raphael let out a dramatic sniffle, Michael scooped up the cat and turned to face him. Raphael, however, averted his gaze and began walking out of the courtyard. With a curt nod, he acknowledged Michael. I'm glad you showed up, Michael. For a long time, it was the only interaction that had put Michael at ease. It somehow even lightened the 9-kilo cat in his arms. After all, back in the lab, he was just that Lincoln intern, or S460602, his staff number. The long tree-lined path ends as memories of the field trip fade into the distance. Raphael's final class is about to begin, and Michael can't shake the feeling that this might be the closest and last brush with art. Stepping into the familiar classroom, the scene mirrors his first class. Upset now, Michael has his own designated spot. As he walks past the podium, a group of students huddles together, clearly hoping for leniency on their final grades. From behind, Raphael's voice cuts through. He's light on his feet, but firm in his tone. Teacher's guide, not cheat. The final class is a breeze. It's just an open discussion about the semester's journey. Conversations flow freely, weaving tales of discovery and a newfound appreciation for beauty. A few students even present revised versions of their midterm projects, each retaining their unique style. Yet something has subtly changed. Michael can't quite put his finger on it, but he knows that the abstract and absurd are valid, and the intended blank can spark imagination, that transcends others. Michael also brings in his work, but he holds back until more students leave. And then he approaches Rafayel and unfolds his meticulously prepared artwork. It's an image of LCMECs, cells from the lab where he spends most of his days and nights. LCMCs are a type of immortalized cells. They're not common in the microscopic world, but they remind me of your paintings. The splendid microscopic world, teeming with life under high magnification, because I can't English apparently, has become Michael's sanctuary in the sterile grey lab. He steps forward, energized, but his next words are stuck in his throat. Rafayel wasn't listening to him. His gaze is fixed, almost glued to the name of that cell. Confused by his professor's intense focus, Michael racks his brain to remember the full name of the cells, LCMECs, cardiac misvascular endophycal cells. As for the first word, it was Lem something. Lemuria. Oh no. Michael, are you already on the way to Ever HQ? 3 months in, huh? That's impressive. The elevator doors open and reveal a familiar face. He's 3 months out of grad school, and summer's golden grip loosens. An awkward silence hangs in the air until something like clockwork, someone pipes up. Michael flashes a smile. Hey, you doing good? I can't complain. A new intern discovered a pancreatic enzyme that's almost the same color as my growth medium and swapped it. How perfect is that? The cells haven't hit the Hayflick limit yet, but I'm already feeling fried. Realizing his voice has gotten a bit loud, he coughs and quickly switches to a hushed tone. Listen, HQ's a jungle. Keep your head on a swivel and don't get lost in your work like you always do. Thanks, but... Michael hesitates and leans in to question his senior colleague. Just out of curiosity, where did LCMECs come from? Be careful with that curiosity of yours. HQ keeps that under wraps. Besides, what good would come out of having such knowledge? Michael isn't exactly sure himself. Based on that first word, Lem something, a wild guess formed in his mind. But that civilization is long gone. How could life still exist? Exiting the building, his colleague waves goodbye and sprints for the shuttle bus. Michael is left alone under the vast grey structure. He glances back and the setting sun is partially obscured. This mirrors a scene from that final art appreciation class. At that time, in the empty classroom, Raphael held Michael's LCMCE's image. He walked to the window and slowly lifted the artwork. The setting sun, just like today's, cast a soft glow through the paper. A gust of wind tapped on the window and the microscopic universe on paper seemingly came alive. Tiny coloured blocks transformed into a miniature colourful fish, their tails flickering as they danced from Raphael's fingertips into the dusty air. Professor? Michael approached him cautiously, unsure if he should interrupt. Question. Do you typically extract cells from living subjects, or are they... Michael was surprised by Raphael's unexpected inquiry. It depends, honestly. I'm not privy to that information. I'll have to check with the lab. Next time I'm there, I'll put in a request. Don't worry, I was just curious. But tell me, what do you think of these cells? They're a perfect blend of biology and art. They make me see life as an art form. Honestly, Professor, the lab can be boring sometimes. I almost lost my passion for research, but these cells are incredible. Not only are they beautiful, but they seem to hold secrets about life itself. Maybe the microscopic world is just as rich and colourful as the one you paint. That makes me want to keep exploring it. A genuine smile graced Raphael's lips as he lowered his arm and turned to face Michael. His posture remained as poised and elegant as when they first met. Yeah, biology is a fascinating subject. It reveals the underlying colours on all life on Earth. It's a masterpiece painted by nature itself. He handed the cell image back to Michael, and then he turned and walked away from the window. Michael, if you achieve great things in biology, never forget that. Oh, well, hot damn. Okay, I was not expecting that much. Jesus. So, I forgot that Rafayel had been teaching at the school. I completely forgot about that. That's the thing. There's so much lore in this game that sometimes it's very hard to keep up. Like, Silas lore, I can keep up with. Anyone else, I struggle. So I'm going to need you guys to help me out. But I just want to say thank you to everyone here for supporting this series as much as you've done, especially over the course of 2025. This is a very big step out of my comfort zone. You know, when I first started playing Love and Deepspace, my reading skills were not great. I'd like to think my reading skills have gotten a little bit better, so please let me know if you agree or disagree with that. But yeah, I'm going to go put on a fluffy jumper because I'm actually goddamn freezing, and then I'll be back with the Zane Bond later on today because I know you lot have been asking for it. So, see you in the next one.